Hello everyone. This is our project for robot control. It's done by Ahmed Faizan Chishti, who's me, and my partner Hiranmay Avuragati. The project 3 is basically divided into two parts. The first part is a study of water jet cutting robots, and the second one is design and analysis of a 3 degree of freedom robot. For the first part, that is water jet cutting robots. What is water jet cutting? Water jet cutting is basically a method of machining or grinding in which a jet of water is impacted on the surface that has to be cut. As you can see in this figure, the water leaving from the nozzle impacts the surface and just cuts through it. Theory, water jet cutting. Water jet cutting is basically, as it says here, forcing a high pressure jet of water onto the material to be cut. When the water leaves the nozzle, it has very high velocity and pressure, and when it impacts the surface, it erodes the top of the surface. The eroded particles flow away with the water, which forms a crack. Due to the constant and high pressure that is being impacted on the material, the crack then propagates, eventually leading to a cut. The different types of water jet cutting. There are basically two different types of water jet cutting. There are simple water jet and abrasive water jet. In simple water jet, the fluid flowing through the nozzle is basically just simple water without any additions. In abrasive water jet, we add an abrasive to the water and both are mixed in the mixing chamber, and the abrasive jet is then impacted onto the material. Effect of variation of component. If we vary the different component properties, what will be the effect? The nozzle opening shape, for example. If we vary the nozzle opening shape, the pressure of the liquid leaving the surface, or impacting the surface rather, varies. Shape and size of the orifice. If we change the shape and size of the orifice, the mixing properties of the abrasive with the fluid changes. Multiple nozzles. If we use multiple nozzles, the pressure that is exerted on each nozzle reduces, increasing the life of the nozzles. Pressure intensifiers are basically to increase the overall pressure of the system. The different applications of water jet cutting will now be discussed by Hiranmay.
Hi, myself Hiranmay, discussing the applications of water jet cutting. The applications of water jet cutting are the wood cutting. In wood, as the wood is a softer material than other materials like steel, the wood is directly cut. Metal cutting, depending on the thickness and the material of the metal, the water jet cutting is being done. Glass cutting is similar to the metal cutting. Wire stripping, if there is no abrasive, the stream flow is enough to remove the whole insulation of the wires without damaging the wire material. Food preparation, in foods like bread, the cutting is necessary where water jet cutting is used. Cutting of printed circuit boards, usually water jet cutting is used to remove the small blocks from a whole stock, and using it will less likely damage the other huge material. Advantages, no heat is generated. With this, the other materials which are to be cut are not affected, the properties are not being affected. No harmful byproducts are produced, unlike grinding and welding. Can easily be automated. Disadvantages, limited number of materials can be cut economically. Very thick materials cannot be cut easily. Taper is due to the form when the jet exits the propagation in a different angle, a taper is formed. Robots in water jet cutting gives us a better finish and control. Multi-axis robots like 5-axis and 6-axis robots are used so that the material cannot be moved. Due to the repeatability property of the robots, they are used in mass production in water jet cutting. It gives high quality and better finish so that there is no chance or less chance of doing the secondary operations again. Flow International Corporation holds the pioneers in water jet cutting field. Example, the robots used are 5-axis water jet cutting robot. Here in the figure you can see this is a 5-axis cutting robot, and this is the nozzle, and here the pressure is happening, and the job is placed in the middle of that. Another example is offered by US Granite Robotics, a robot with a combination of water jet and saw head used for stone cutting in building operations. It is a 3R robot consisting of 3 revolute joints. Research being done. Different types of abrasives are tested for usage in the water jet cutting, and the applications of water jet cutting are being increasing. Research on usage of cyrogenic fluid for cutting is being used, and overall increasing the efficiency. The research has been going on. Part 2 is about the robot design approach. The approach for this conceptual robot design is a 3 degree of freedom robot was chosen, having 3 revolute joints. Tasks were defined, robot constant parameters were selected, inverse position problem was solved, and robot was designed and animated with the help of SolidWorks. Procedure was fixing the procedure for this conceptual design was initially to fix the workspace of the robot, later define the end effector paths. The 2 tasks which were selected were cutting from point A to point B in a straight line, as we can see the figure here, and the next is cutting in a circular motion. And the constant parameters were fixed, and they are being discussed with my friend Faisal.
After we decided the 2 tasks that we wanted to accomplish with the help of the 3 degree of freedom robot, we decided the constant parameters, which were the link lengths. The first link length that we chose was R1 is equal to 5. This is the diagram. The second link length that we chose was R2 is equal to 10, and the third one is R3 is equal to 7. All of them are in inches. After the link lengths were decided, we decided the end effector position, and the workspace of the whole figure was calculated, or rather decided. After that, the inverse position analysis was done, and the tasks were accomplished, that is moving from point A to point B and cutting in circular motion. The videos of both of which are being included in the report. The task after being accomplished, we animated the entire assembly, and this is how the assembled view looks with 3 revolute joints in the links. And in conclusion, I just want to say that both parts of the projects were completed successfully, and an in-depth knowledge of the application of robots in industry was gained, and we also learned how to animate in SolidWorks and also to do motion studies. So thank you from me and Hiranmay.